Welcome to Raise the Bar Smart Money Podcast. Your host, Juan Pablo Delgado, who is a business owner, co-founder of RTB Latinx and Financial Pro, will take you with business owners, professionals, and people who are in the hustle. Raise the Bar Smart Money Podcast es un espacio para cotorrear sobre negocios, emprendimiento, la vida misma y el billete. Bienvenidos.
My guest is Eduardo Velandia. Eduardo came to the US in 1987 to seek a better future for him and his family. A Colombian Navy veteran and information technology major from the Colombia School of Engineering, Eduardo started his mental health industry career as a systems administrator in Florida. After gaining experience in the IT field, he was hired by a multinational software company based in Pittsburgh called Internet Securities. He led the opening of the Santiago, Chile operations. Eduardo then moved back to Florida and worked as a support engineer for the digital data publishing subsidiary of Dalai Software from Mexico, where he traveled all over the US and Latin America, integrating editorial and advertising systems for newspapers. One of Dalai's clients, the Tribune Company in New York, saw Eduardo's knowledge and capabilities and desired to hire him directly as their IT director for OI newspaper, New York City. He was a key player during OI's expansion to other markets like Chicago and Los Angeles. Tribune Company decided to relocate Eduardo to Los Angeles, California with his family to oversee the OI IT operations nationwide in 2003, working from the LA Times. After a challenging year for OI in LA, Eduardo was laid off and was out of job. But then he decided to use his expertise in the IT field and open his own IT consulting firm, EV Consultech, in 2004. He realized the need for small businesses to have a technology partner to help them with their IT needs, while business owners run their businesses. Today, Eduardo and his team support over 30 companies in the greater LA area and other states, providing on-site and remote IT support, cybersecurity, cloud services, backup and disaster recovery, and many other IT services. Eduardo brings his technical expertise by creating innovative solutions for his clients, leveraging partnership with industry leaders, and looking for ways to maximize his clients' ROI. When Eduardo is not busy with technology, he volunteers for a non-profit organization by collecting computer donations for purpose and then handed over to low-income kids and families in the LA area. Eduardo Velandia, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Juan Pablo. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I hope we can learn from each other from now on.
Absolutely, Eduardo, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And Eduardo, in a few minutes, please tell our community a little bit about yourself, your journey. What do you think people should know about you?
All right. So basically, I'm a native Colombian. I was born in Bogota, Colombia, and I migrated to this country quite a while ago, 1987. And the reason I moved here was, there was a lot of turmoil in Colombia during the drug war years, as you probably remember. So right. Now I saw the opportunity to come to this country. My mom was already living here, and we saw the opportunity to come here. But let me tell you, it was not easy. I was recently graduated from college, and I had a baby on its way, and recently married and everything. So it was a little bit of a craziness going on, but we made it here, and we started working, our way up just by doing things, out of the ordinary, nothing related to my career. So that was our early beginnings, and then later on I I found out my first job in IT, which was, a blessing because it was an opportunity that I got from this mental health company, and I started my career there, and 5 years later I was the system administrator, training people on how to use their systems. We got new systems in place, and then from then on, things just took off, and a lot of open doors came up to me, and that was incredible. So how things started happening for my life, and thinking about the future for my family.
Me encanta. And Eduardo, tell us about your business and how you started.
Okay, so my business, basically we provide IT consulting and outsource IT technology for small and medium-sized businesses in the greater LA area and beyond. I mean, we have clients in different states as well, but our core business is basically providing managed services and IT infrastructure services to small businesses.
Right.
And basically we just, we take over all the technology so we can let the companies grow and do their thing while we take care of the technology. So that's basically how we do it. And the way we started, I was always working in IT after graduation, and working in different verticals, different companies, from some big ones, some small ones, and always working in IT. And
right.
At some point when I was working for the newspaper, the Tribune Company, they gave me a great opportunity to open Spanish newspaper in New York City. And then when they decided to open that newspaper in Chicago and LA, they asked me if I wanted to be the leader for the IT department to open the paper on those three regions. And I was very glad and very honored to be part of that project. So I came to LA from New York, and we started the paper in LA. And unfortunately, a year went by, and the paper wasn't making the money they were thinking. So there were a lot of layoffs, and a lot of things happened at that point where they decided that they needed to reduce their payroll, and they needed to reduce a lot of the positions. So one of the positions that I was taking out was mine, and I was like out of a job, like out of nowhere. So I decided this is a time for me to start thinking about my life and my future. And now being here in LA, I need to do something for myself. So when I discovered that, I was like, okay, so what do? I only know IT. I only work for corporations. I don't know anything about being my own boss, having my own business. And it was kind of like a tough decision at that point. And at the same time, my second wife was pregnant. And I was really in a very critical situation. So I said, okay, let's do something. And I decided, I spoke to some of my friends, and that I met here in LA during that time. And some of them were small business owners, and they said, well, we're having some problems with our computer systems. Why don't you take a look at them and see, if you might be able to do something about them. And then those were my first clients, my close friends that had businesses. So then the word started rolling in, and then they spread the word that I was doing a good job with them, and all of the time I was forming my company, getting new clients and getting referrals, and my business started to grow at that point. So it was just something that it just came up just like that. With my IT background, I started to utilize that, but I had no idea how to build a business. So with different help from different sources, I was able to put my business together, because I had no idea of accounting, I had no idea of taxes, none of that, only IT. That's all I knew. So I got surrounded by really smart people that helped me and then we put together everything. And with my wife's help, she has a financial background, and she was able to take on all the financial responsibilities while I concentrated on just doing my job.
Right.
So
right.
That's
a wonderful story. And Eduardo, what do you like the most about your business?
Well, what I like the most is to help our clients grow their business by applying new technologies and educate them about the potential risks, because they think they know everything. They think everything is under control, but they don't know what's behind the scene. So we like to educate them on how to utilize technology so they can grow their business. I can give you an example.
Yes, please do.
Last year, when the pandemic started, right before that, we got our biggest client, and that was something that came out of nowhere. I mean, they just called us. They found us online, and they called us and they said, we need some help. I think we're pretty behind in our technology, and we need some help. So we went there and we evaluated everything. We do a site survey, and during that discovery, we found out that they had a 20-year-old phone system. They had computers that were completely out of date. So all the network, everything was completely outdated. And then we said, okay, so this is a great opportunity, and we explained to them what we could do for them, and they gave us the opportunity. They said, okay, go ahead and do what you need to do and help us out. So a few months down the road, when everything was implemented, and there was this lockdown where they can open the stores, they can do anything, with the public, because this was retail. They had 3 different locations, retail locations. They couldn't do anything but just pick up and delivery, and that was the only thing they could do, right? So the system that we implemented helped them maneuver through all that change that they were not ready for. If they had their old systems, they couldn't do that. They would be out of business. So that's what we did for them. We helped them out with new technology that they learned. They implemented all these systems to make sure that they could serve their client in a way that they could continue running their business. They could continue getting income, and the clients were happy. So that's an example, and it's a really a good story to tell, because technology really helps businesses if it's used in a way that people can understand it and can apply it. And so they will leave a company like ours to implement the technology for them so they can make this business grow, and so they can concentrate on growing the business and leave the technology to us. So that's basically the experience that I have from this client.
Well, that's amazing, and thank you for sharing that particular example, because now it's like easier to understand the impact and to foster businesses with technology. And thank you for sharing that. And also, Eduardo, I would like to ask you, what are some of the struggles that you have and some of the lessons that you learned from, for being an entrepreneur and a business owner?
Okay, well, some of the struggles in the beginning, they were, lack of experience. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't know what you're getting into, and you don't know what's ahead of you, right? When you get into a situation where you have to make decisions on your own. You don't have a boss, you don't have anybody to tell you anything, just you, right? So that's pretty scary in the beginning. But then, with making some mistakes, you learn that things can be done. So you can start, creating your own processes. You start creating your own way of doing your business, and to make it work for you, right? So there are a lot of challenges in the beginning, but then you start overcoming those challenges by making mistakes and doing things the right way, and gain some advice from other sources. One thing that I like to learn from experience from other entrepreneurs like me.
Sure.
And so I joined networking groups where there were also entrepreneurs that could share this knowledge and could share these experiences with me, and then you learn from them. At the same time, reading books like for example, The E-Myth. It's a great book that I recommend for Michael Gerber. I also read Rich Dad, Guide to Financial Freedom. I also learned things from Getting Things Done from David Allen. So there's a lot of books that can help you learn some little tips here and there that can help you build your business in a way that it's going to be simpler and it's going to be easier in the long run. So one thing that I really learned about this is when you're working in your business, in your own business, you want to work for your business, right? Work on the business, not work in the business, right? When you work on the business means you have to get all these resources together so you can grow your business. Because if you just immerse yourself, like for me, just doing all the technical stuff on my business, it's not going to take me anywhere. I just leave that to the technicians and to the people that help me to take care of all that, while I concentrate on the sales, on the marketing, on all those things that are going to make my business grow. So that's one thing that I learned from it.
Awesome. That's wonderful, and thank you for sharing. And we hear a lot about success. A lot of people want to be a successful entrepreneur. They want to have financial independence. Can you share some of your insights, or maybe some of the most important financial lessons that you learned?
Okay, financial lessons. For example, you have to be organized. You have to have your books in order. You have to have someone who takes care of your bookkeeping, your accounting. You have to have a great CPA, because you know all those things, right? So those are things that in my mind I cannot think about them, right? I can think about how to sell. I can think about how to market my business and my products, but not how to manage that day-to-day invoicing and accounts payable, receivables, payroll. That I cannot handle. So I hired and subcontract a team of experts to help me with that. So that's something that I advise other entrepreneurs to do. Don't try to do everything yourself.
Exactly.
Try to leverage all your resources and be, create a group of helpers that are going to help your business succeed by delegating all those tasks to them. Don't pretend that you know everything, because you don't. That's my advice.
Exactly. No, I love it. Thank you for sharing that, and that was very powerful. And money is freedom. And what are your thoughts about on financial independence?
Well, I think it's something that everybody who is getting into a business is thinking about, right? Financial independence. You want to be your own boss. You want to have your own time. You want to have time for your family. You want to have time for travel, for different things, right? Because not everything is work. So you need to basically create your business so you can have enough time and enough money to enjoy it. If you don't do that, then what is the purpose? There is no purpose for working so hard. So for me, it's working hard, but also having a purpose. Involve your family, involve involve your friends. So to create an atmosphere where you enjoy what you're doing, right? Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, why you do it, right? Just to make money, it doesn't make any sense. So for me, is that enjoy what you do, and that will become your financial freedom.
Wow, that's wonderful, and I 100% agree with you. And again, thank you for sharing that. And Eduardo, what accomplishments are you most proud of, and why?
Well, many different ones, but I think the most important one right now is having that financial freedom that you're talking about, because I was able to, against all odds, create my own company and help other people with it, help my clients and help through my clients help other people. I'm not sure if I told you about that. We're part of a nonprofit organization. We help low-income families with technology. And the way we do it is we collect donations from companies, from our own clients, computer donations. So the computers that they just don't want anymore, we take them on, we rebuild them, refurbish them, and make them to work again, and donate them, give them to this low-income families in the LA area. So that's something that we are very proud of doing. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, we had to close our lab. For a while, I'm not sure we're going to reopen soon, but as soon as we reopen that, we're going to start doing it again, collecting donations, collecting all this hardware that people are just discarding and e-wasting. Instead of doing that and sending all this to this landfills, we take that hardware and we reutilize it, we refurbish it, and make it work for them again. So that's something that we're very proud of doing, and we will continue doing it as long as we can.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I think that give back to the community, because that's very important. And I think my next question is related with that. What legacy would you want to leave behind?
Well, the legacy I want to leave behind is always try to give back. Give back to the community, give back to the people, give back. And it makes you feel some sort of that you have accomplished something, right? So basically, you feel that you've done a great deed with them when you provide all these services, and you don't expect anything in return, right? So my legacy is give to the community, give back, and don't expect anything in return. It's something that is going to fulfill your heart, and that will make your business even better, because you're a good person, that you're doing good deeds for the community. So that's my legacy, to have this opportunity for people to have access to technology and not even have to pay for it.
Right. Well, me encanta. Thank you for sharing that, Eduardo. And what's the best way for the community to get in touch with you or your company?
Well, we have our website, eb-consulting.com, our phone number in 626-405-8987. We're here in the Pasadena area, and that's the best way to connect with us. If you go into our website, you can see all the services that we provide. You can see what we do for the community, and basically, all the reviews that we have received, and how we can help our companies and our clients grow their business while they concentrate on doing what they know best, which is working in the business.
Right. Got it. And thank you for sharing that. And Eduardo, before we wrap this up, a final message that you would like to share with our audience?
Sure. So basically, I like challenges, right? So when you have a challenge, just don't give up. Just continue pursuing that result, pursuing that goal to get things done. Don't give up before the end of it. So what I normally do, I strive to get to the bottom of the problem. So you at the end you're filled well with yourself, and also you help somebody else when you fix this problem. So always strive to be the best. Don't give up. That's my recommendation. There's always challenges, but it's always solutions to these challenges. So just keep doing what you're doing and don't give up.
Wonderful. Eduardo Velandia, we are wishing you all the best. Be safe and keep raising the bar. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Juan Pablo. It's been an honor. I appreciate the interview, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed and learned from this podcast interview. Keep raising the bar with belief, action, and results. If you're looking for more valuable content, please visit our YouTube channel, Raise the Bar. Hasta pronto.